week 2 of the NFL. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chargers and the Titans. And it's all up next.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now their versatile running back, here's Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he's got room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one possession. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, It could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
Herbert on first down now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Xander Horvath. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Up the middle with Eckler. Nifty move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make... The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams in the final. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Running right, this is Spiller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Herbert now. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Give running right is Spiller.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They run behind center with Spiller.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They'll try the left side with Spiller.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the... All right, after the touchdown, this offense back out there to see what they can do. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Spiller. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 26. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Again, they run it with Spiller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff to Spiller. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome.
It's week 2 of the
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And here comes Dortch on the return. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Cards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's Jones. Off play action. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They begin with a run by Barkley. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Giants had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Again, it's Barkley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Third and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger. Jones now throwing to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That ball caught by Campbell. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. Now Jones on first down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Rashard Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Barkley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. On the return, Dortch. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off play action. Jones. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Jones will try and run with it.
And he will take it on in for a giant touch. They go play action here on first down.
Looking and finding Shepard on the crossing route.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley, inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Jones off the play fake. Flushed out right.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giant. Charles, a lot of happy faces.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He was a popular target his last time out, over 180 yards receiving. It's the Rams and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
A Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Purdy off the play fake.
And his throw here is incomplete.
The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Shifts by him, and he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Purdy bootlegging it. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. They go play action here. Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Ooh, the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Evades him at the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. There he goes left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Back to throw, Purdy. This is Jennings. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown. They'll start this drive out on the ground. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Near his goal line, here's Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. This 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. McCaffrey on the toss right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Purdy looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, here's Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Purdy from the gun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see Tony Pollard. He had the D's number a week ago, over 150 yards rushing. It's the Cowboys and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come off a loss in the home opener last week. Now they get their first road test of the early year.
And it's such a downer when you lose that first game after pointing to it in the whole offseason. They've got to get themselves revved up and cranked up and try again this week.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis.
Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
23 yards the pickup there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon. Plenty of talent in their class this year, some of which will contribute early and some which will be called upon down the road. The GM makes the final call after all the input from the scouts and the coaches. Now it's up to the coaches to develop the guys that the GM picked.
Now Rodgers completes it to Hardman. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, here's Abanikanda.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Jets had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
The give now to Abanikanda.
Shedding through the defense. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a gain of 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Rodgers. Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one is designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jets go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism.
He's got a man, complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Rodgers.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first.
Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Jets!
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
On the handoff, Abanikanda to the 43, 2nd down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely fit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. Fielded at the 20. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
That is the play they need. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw is Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run it with Abanikanda.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Abanikanda. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And he will have a couple more minutes and maybe the out.
It's
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 24 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Play fake. Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Brissett now.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. They begin the drive with Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
First catch for the Washington leader in receiving yards a year ago. Good for a first down.
Play action now. Brissett.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big return will get... They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On play action, Brissett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. First down, Brissett. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Brissett sets up the screen to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They go play action with Brissett.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that...
Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Brissett.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Robinson with another carry.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, Brissett. His throw incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Brissett sets to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points.